everyone, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo. Today is Monday, July 27th, and because it's a Monday, that means it's time for What's Sold on eBay. Just like every week, guys, I'm going to take you on a walk through our Instagram to show you our shipping photos each day, just to kind of give you an idea of the volume that we do based on our 0.5% historical 0.5% sell-through rate on around 22 to 2,400 listings. It does kind of fluctuate. And then we'll go over to eBay and take a look at all the highlights of the week. I've picked out some bolos to show you guys, some really great bread and butter brands to be on the lookout for, and of course, all of the plush that sold for the whole week. Let's jump right on in. This is today's shipping photo. We brought out extra hippos today because there were so many packages, so we needed some extra help. We had 33 packages go out today. 32 of those were eBay sales for the weekend, and one of those was a wholesale lot that we sold on our Shopify. And last Monday, we had 24 packages go out. 23 of those were eBay. One was grailed. That was a really slow weekend for us, but we did bounce back this weekend by putting in some extra work last week and listing. Tuesday, 8 packages, all eBay sales. Wednesday, we had 10. And on Thursday, we had 8. 6 of those were eBay. 2 were Poshmark. Friday, I forgot to post on Instagram, but here's the photo that I actually took and just forgot to post. We had 6 sales Friday, only all eBay sales. Those are the 6 poly bags right there. And then the big box is another wholesale lot that we sent out. We are kind of trying to minimize our inventory down right now, so we've been going through and boxing up wholesale lots here and there and selling them on our Shopify. If you have inventory that you would like to get rid of, you can send an email to liquidationlots4less, that's the number 4, at gmail.com. So liquidation lots 4 less, but don't spell it 4, it's the number 4. Send an email over there and we'll help you out, help you get rid of your stuff if you need to downsize, if you're getting out of clothing, if you're getting out of anything, and just need to get rid of stuff. Okay, let's start with the plush. This is a classic toy company goat. He was 50 cents at the Goodwill, and he sold for $9.38, and he shipped first class. Next, we have a Fisher Price Santa Claus, also 50 cents at the Goodwill. He's kind of cute. He is cute. Yeah, kind of. You are cute, Santa. I took a best offer of $12 on him, and he shipped first class. Next up, we have Ty Beanie Boo's Sophie the Cat. She sold for $12.19. She's got really cute whiskers. Look at them. They're like a Fu Manchu mustache. She was 50 cents at the Goodwill, if I didn't say, and she shipped first class. Next up, we have a Star Wars Princess Leia from Angry Birds. So Angry Birds Star Wars. She's been around for a very long time. In fact, I can tell by looking at the photos, this is the one we had a different photo set up. This back here is a trifold poster board set up on top of a single sheet of poster board before we had our photo set up. I of course grabbed her because she was Angry Birds. She was Star Wars. I thought she would sell. She was $1 at a yard sale, I believe. She's been around for like 3 years, really, literally. And I kind of went back and forth with her just to try to get her to move every once in a while. I would knock her price down to $12 and put calculated shipping on her because she did weigh a pound. And then I would knock her price up to $20, free ship. Every couple of months, I would just keep going back and forth and playing with it. So she was up for $20. But on our 25% off weekend sale, she sold for $18.74. Of course, someone from Arizona bought her, so it was like $8 to ship. So technically, she sold for like $10. But she's been around for a very long time, so I am happy to finally send her to her new forever home. Would I get another one of these? Yes. I don't think that she's necessarily a poop plush. I just think that the Star Wars Angry Birds aren't as popular as the other Angry Birds plush. I think that they're just very, very long tail and you're waiting for the exact right person. So if you're not into really long tail, I would say that this would be a no-lo for you. But if you're willing to sit on stuff until it sells all day long. But I've had other Angry Birds that have sold overnight or within a few days and for a lot more money for first class. So I would get it again, but I don't mind sitting on stuff. I like having a lot of listings in the store. I like having a lot of volume. Next up, we have another Beanie Buddies, 50 cents at the Goodwill. This one is a penguin. It sold for $9.38 and shipped first class. And then we have this Goodnight construction site excavator from a children's book. You guys just saw this in a haul video a couple weeks ago. He had to go through the washing machine. He needed a bath. And then I set him out to dry. So he did finally get listed last week, and they sold almost immediately. I did take a best offer on him of 12 because I priced him really high. A lot of folks have these up for a lot less money. So I priced him at 15 so I would have room to do offers. And so I took a $12 offer. He was 50 cents. He shipped first class. Next up, we have a Victoria's Secrets pink dog. I get these at the Goodwill all the time, but only when I find them for 50 cents or a dollar even. Sometimes I'll pay at some of the Goodwills that don't have the 50 cents plush out here. I always start them around 13 or 14 depending what they look like. And I usually get anywhere from 10 to 14 depending on if I take an offer or if it sells outright. This particular dog, I accepted a best offer of 11 and she shipped first class. Next up, we have this Cutitos Frutitos Alito Hutito. Isn't that fun to say? Cutitos Frutitos Alito Hutito. This was also in a very, very recent haul video. Hasn't been around that long, maybe a week or two. This has a scent to it. You can see right here, fruity scented. So when I looked this up to comp it, the original animals of these Frutitos come in wrapped in these little blankets like burritos inside of foil packages. So they come wrapped in a blanket inside of like a foil package, kind of like how collectors or trading cards come in those little packages you open. That's kind of what they look like. Mine did not, of course, have a blanket with it. It's burrito wrapping. And it's been opened, and I didn't have the package or the burrito wrapper, so I kind of listed high at 15. I did take a best offer of $12.50, and it shipped first class. Next up, we have this PJ Masks. I picked it up for 50 cents at the Goodwill because I had a red one of these from the kids show, and it sold for a little bit more money. This one I took a best offer of 10, and it shipped first class. Then we have this giant Build-A-Bear. Came out of the wholesale lot that we purchased way back in May, right before the shutdown, or right after the shutdown, from our viewer Greg. This sat around for a long time because I was building up a pile, as I tend to do. If I get a lot of, or I don't get a lot of electronic plush as much as I get normal plush, so I usually set aside the electronic singing, dancing, light up, any of those kinds of plush. I have a little box I set them aside in, and then when the box fills up, I'll take an afternoon and go through all the animals and test them, put batteries in the animals, and then I'll photograph them. So I save them up, so to speak. So he's been around for a long time. I finally got around to testing all the animals a couple weeks ago. Found out that he requires watch batteries that we did not have. I didn't really feel like it was worth the investment to go out and purchase watch batteries just to test this one plush. So I sold him as is, not tested. I could have gotten more money for him if he worked. So I did put him up for $32 free shipping. Had he worked, I probably would have gone as high as $40 with calculated on him, or maybe even $50 free ship. But he sold like within a couple of days, even untested, and I made it very clear here that we can't guarantee and that he requires watch batteries. But he did sell for $32. He cost like, I think it was like $8 or $9 to ship. wasn't that bad because it didn't go that far. So we still made a pretty good profit on him. And considering he came out of the wholesale lot that paid for itself within a month or two of me starting to list from it, it's all gravy. But I don't know. Like, it might be worth it to keep watch batteries around. We always have double and triple A's, but you know, if you wanted to take the time to go get them because you wanted to sell him for more money, you could. But it was like a difference of like maybe $8-10. So I didn't think it was worth it. But you might. Okay, guys, we have a Mickey Mouse here. He was 50 cents at the Goodwill. And he is an official Disney store, which always worth more money. When you can get the official Disney store, the Disney theme parks, Walt Disney World, Disneyland, they're always going to be more or worth more than the Mattel and Hasbro and all that. So this guy sold for $15.99 and he shipped first class. Okay, now we're going to get into the clothing. This shirt came out of a wholesale lot that we purchased, and each item in that lot was about $1 a piece. So this is, I have never seen this before. I went to comp it. It's very unique. I just kind of made a price up based on what I could see. Similar to this, I did not find this exact shirt, and I wanted to point that out to you guys. When you're comping your items, don't spend too much time on them. If you can't find your exact item, two things. One, if you can find something close enough to kind of gauge it on, you can make up a price. And number two, if you can't find your exact item, chances are you have the only one, so you can kind of set your own price wherever you want because you're not competing with anyone. So I set this at $37.50. I did take a best offer of $29 on it, and it shipped first class. This came out of a wholesale lot as well. From a year ago, we got one big box that had a bunch of stuff in it. If you're a longtime viewer, you will remember me referring to that box as the box that kept on giving. There was a lot of really great stuff in that box that sold right away. It immediately paid for itself. There were Doc Marten shoes in there, really good plush, just really great stuff. But it was like at the end of the summer of 2019, I believe, maybe 2018. Anyway, it's been a while. This has been around for a while. It actually fell off. So when we did our inventory check, which you guys should be doing every 6 months or so, going through your actual inventory and checking to see if it's still listed on eBay, because stuff falls off all the time. It happens. No one knows why or how, but it does happen. Excuse me, I needed a drink. So it's good to check it. So I had to get it relisted because it fell off. So I got it up about a month ago, and it sold for a best offer of $30. It did ship in a padded flat though, because you can see all of the beadwork here and everything. It's a heavy shirt. Next up, we have these ugly shorts and a horrible picture. This is an example of how not to take your photos. I mean, that background looks straight up gray. The shorts are dark and blurry. This is horrible. This is probably why they took so long to sell. I found a whole stack of these wool long Bermuda plaid shorts 2 years ago, I think. There were all kinds of brands, and they were all size 10 or 12. 99 cents day at Goodwill. I bought out the whole rack, all of them. There's a couple left that are trickling out and selling. This is one of them. Horrible photo though. Anyway, sold for $21.18 and shipped in first class in a poly bag. Here's an example of a pair of American Eagle, one of my favorite bread and butters, high-rise jeggings. These came from the Goodwill, 99 cents, sold for $20.99. And I believe that these were in a padded flat, but they look kind of small. No, they went first class. That's cool. So they sold for $20.99 and shipped first class, which is always nice because then you save a little money on shipping. These warp and weft Warp and Weft. Am I saying that right? It sounds wrong. Warp and Weft. They're distressed, ripped, raw hem. These came out of a thread-up box, so approximately $1.75 for their cost of goods. Took a best offer of $25, and they shipped in a padded flat. Here are some Arizona, sorry, not American. Arizona Jean Company men's jeans I found at the Goodwill for 99 cents. Size 34, which is a good size for men's. Arizona Jean Company is not a good brand. It is a mall brand, a department store brand. But they are men's jeans. They were distressed. And they were only 99 cents. So I brought them home and listed them, and they sold for $21.84 and shipped in a padded flat. Here's some more Old Navy jeans. Love Old Navy, guys. Love them. This pair came out of a thread up. They're the Pop Icon Skinny High Rise with secret slim pockets. Sold for $20.99. It shipped in a padded flat. Here's a Plains Western Pearl Snap shirt. 99 cents at the Goodwill. You guys, pearl snaps or bolos, any brand. Depending on the brand and the size is how much you're going to sell it for. We have sold pearl snaps anywhere from $15 all the way up to $40 and $50, depending, if you get like a 3XL and a really good brand or whatever. But we find them for 99 cents, so we pick them up any size, any brand. This particular one, we took a best offer of $17, and it shipped in a poly bag, first class. Here's some shorts, 99 cents at the Goodwill. They're an okay brand, 7, which actually, I don't even source this brand in jeans anymore. I used to bring them home all the time, and I could find them for 99 cents. They just take forever and ever to move. They're very long tail, so I leave them behind now, but I love shorts, and you guys know, when I find 99-cent shorts, I don't care about the size or the brand, I bring them all home. Any jean shorts, any booty shorts, I just take all the 99 cents every week during the summer. Like, I don't really source shorts so much in the middle of the winter, but usually from about January through October, maybe September, I'll source for them. Just because people still go on cruises. I mean, 2020 is a weird year, but in normal times, people go on cruises way into the fall and at the beginning of the year. So I do start sourcing for them then. And again, if they're 99 cents, I bring them home. I don't care about the brand or the size. You can see that this pair sold for $20. So those jean shorts, those booty shorts, guys, snatch them up. They if you can find them for a good enough cost of goods. I wouldn't pay full price, $5, no way. $2 or less maybe, but they ship first class. They're super easy to photograph, super easy and fast to list. They sell fast, and they ship first class. And these shoes. So much like the electronic plush, I let shoes pile up until I have a whole bunch of them, and then I'll do them in one day. When I source shoes, I usually only bring home 1 pair a week from the Goodwill, maybe 3 or 4 pairs. If it was a good week, we went to a couple Goodwills, or I found, more than 1 pair, which is not often. When we did yard sales, we haven't really done them this year, but years past, if I went to a yard sale and they had a table full of shoes that were all really good brands or whatever, I would offer them like a blanket price. I'll take all your shoes for this price. But outside of that, when I go to the Goodwill, I usually only find like 1, 2 pairs a week. So I bring them home and they sit in the foyer. They get Lysoled. Longtime viewers know a couple years ago, I wouldn't even touch shoes. For a long time, they still give me the skeevies. I still think they're disgusting. I hate shoes. They skeeve me out so bad, but they're good money. Even the bread and butter brands sell for really good money. I get them for 99 cents. So I had to get out of my own comfort zone. And actually, when I started selling shoes, I did a video challenge for you guys. Excuse me. A couple years ago. and challenged everyone to go sourcing and source something outside of their comfort zone, to do something they weren't comfortable with, to learn something new. And I will never challenge you guys to do something I wouldn't do myself. So I started selling shoes. This is a couple years ago. Anyway, they still skeeve me out, so they stay in the foyer. They get sprayed liberally with Lysol, and I let them pile up until I have about 20 pairs. And then I will spend an afternoon taking photographs of them all and getting them listed. So last week I worked on shoes. I had a whole bunch built up, and this is one of the pairs that I did. The brand is just Soft with 2 T's, but they were 99 cents, so that was like the real deciding factor for me. But they are so cute. They are really just cute heels, and they're in really good shape. The bottoms are just a little bit worn. So I listed these ones on Friday, and they sold on Saturday. They sold overnight, guys. They sold within 1 day of being listed. Super cute. They sold for $18.74. I did want $20 for them, but they were on our 25% off sale on the weekend, which is fine. So they sold for $18.74, and they paid the shipping in addition because they did weigh more than a pound. So 99 cents into $18.74, buyer paid shipping. They sold overnight. So this was a new to me brand that I just decided I bought for the looks of the shoe, how cute it was. But that will definitely be a brand that I will add to my bread and butter list in my head of shoes that I look for. And last but not least, I got one remote to show you guys this week. A remote that we took a best offer of $40 on. So this sold for $40. Of course, our cost was 50 cents. It came out of our wholesale out last year when we bought 3,000 remotes to list. And this is a Sony counter tape cassette deck. So I think it was last week's What Sold video or the week prior when I told y'all, look for these remotes that aren't your typical remotes, that aren't just your DVD VCR combo or your TV remotes. The remotes that go to cassette decks, to your car stereos, to your air conditioners, to your fans. Any remote controls that aren't just your typical TV, DVD combo. Those are going to go for more money, and they're going to go faster because they're harder for people to find, they're less saturated, and they're usually worth a lot more. And that is it for this week. Let me know down in the comments below, guys, how your sales are doing and what kind of a weekend you had. Love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. Really helps our channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Help us feed all our hungry hippos. And join our Facebook group if you haven't already. Free to join. It's called the Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There is a link down below in the description box for you. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate you. Y'all are the best. Bye.